Egyptian nationalism refers to the nationalism of Egyptians and Egyptian culture. Egyptian nationalism has typically been a civic nationalism that has emphasized the unity of Egyptians regardless of ethnicity or religion. Egyptian nationalism first manifested itself in Pharaonism beginning in the 19th century that identified Egypt as being a unique and independent political unit in the world since the era of the Pharaohs in ancient Egypt. Both the Arabic language spoken in modern Egypt and the ancient Egyptian language are Afroasiatic languages. The rule of Muhammad Ali of Egypt led Egypt into an advanced level of socio-economic development in comparison with Egypt's neighbors, which along with the discoveries of relics of ancient Egyptian civilization helped to foster Egyptian identity and Egyptian nationalism. The Arabi movement in the 1870s and 1880s was the first major Egyptian nationalist movement that demanded an end to the alleged despotism of the Muhammad Ali family and demanded curbing the growth of European influence in Egypt. It campaigned under the nationalist slogan of Egypt for Egyptians. After the British occupation of Egypt in 1882, Egyptian nationalism became focused upon ending British colonial rule. Egyptian nationalism reached its peak in popularity in 1919 when revolution against British rule took place in response to wartime deprivations imposed by the British upon Egypt during World War I. 3 years of protest and political turmoil followed until Britain unilaterally declared the independence of Egypt in 1922. That was a monarchy, though Britain reserved several areas for British supervision. During the period of the Kingdom of Egypt, Egyptian nationalists remained determined to terminate the remaining British presence in Egypt. Though Arab nationalism rose as a political force in the 1930s, there remained a strong regional attachment to Egypt by those who advocated cooperation with other Arab Muslim neighbors. After the Egyptian Revolution of 1952 that overthrew the monarchy and established a republic, Gamal Abdel Nasser rose to power on themes that mixed Arab and Egyptian nationalism. Nasser saw Egypt as the leader of the Arab states and saw Egypt's role as promoting Arab solidarity against both the West and Israel. Egypt was briefly united with Syria from 1958 until 1961 when Syria abandoned the Union. Nasser's successors, Anwar Sadat and Hosni Mubarak, emphasized Arab nationalism and re-emphasized Egyptian nationalism based on Egypt's distinctiveness within the Arab world. Sadat and Mubarak also abandoned Nasser's Arab nationalist conflict with Israel and the West. The Arab Spring in Egypt in 2011 that forced the resignation of Mubarak from power and resulted in multi-party elections, has raised questions over the future of Egyptian nationalism. In particular, the previous secular regimes of Nasser, Sadat, and Mubarak avoided direct religious conflicts between the majority Muslims and the minority Coptic Christians through their emphasis on secular Egyptian nationalist culture. While concerns have been raised on whether this Egyptian nationalist culture will remain with the political changes caused by the Arab Spring, this has especially become an issue after a series of episodes of Muslim-Christian violence erupted in Egypt in 2011. Bibliography. Motel, Alexander J. Encyclopedia of Nationalism, Volume 2. Academic Press. ISBN 0-12-22723007. Lynn Wade, Alex Warren. The Battle for the Arab Spring, Revolution, Counter-Revolution and the Making of a New Era. Yale University Press, 2012.